it's me. It's been a while, again. I've just, been thinking and stuff. I have been feeling the need to step up my game a little bit, but I had to sort of step back. And not that I figured out how I am going to exactly do this, how exactly I'm going to do this stepping up of the game. I just felt like I was ready to make a video. After the screening of Mulatto Diaries, the movie, I realized that about, I'm guessing 25 to 30% of the audience was offended by it. And this is a group of mixed people. So, it left me feeling lots of ways. It left me feeling stupid because I didn't foresee anything that someone with a shared experience, not that I think that all biracial people have the same experience, and not that I think that I'm speaking here ever for every biracial person. But I just thought that maybe that would be the one place where I would get the benefit of the doubt. And I think there's a history of biracial people being mistrusted on all sides. It was part of like the propaganda of anti-miscegenation and don't procreate and produce this spurious issue. Black people said that mixed people weren't to be trusted, and white people said that mixed people weren't to be trusted. And I think that I'm noticing, like, not that I never get the benefit of the doubt, but it's like people either get me or they don't get me. And with the ones that don't get me, I never get the benefit of the doubt. And I always thought that was sort of a monoracial thing. But then to get it from mixed people too, who don't seem to have another agenda, it was sad for me. I sort of felt like if Mulatto Diaries year 1 was a school year or something, like I did really well. I get an A for effort, and sometimes I get an A for content. And I get an A for good intentions. This is, my own grading system, me grading myself, of course, but then I feel like I failed the final in some way, because if I came up with a compilation of that year and people thought that I was saying that mixed people were not black because I personally don't ascribe to stereotypical black behavior, wow. And on the flip side of that benefit of the doubt thing, I probably, if I suspect, I'm not good at giving the benefit of the doubt either. And I don't know if that's an effect of not getting it very often or what. But that's just something I've noticed. So, no, I don't know how I'm going to step up my game. I don't know how this thing is going to be different, but I do know that I want to, instead of so much explaining or trying to, I just kind of feel like I've been trying to prove, perhaps even to myself, that biracial exists. Trying to prove that indeed I'm not exclusively black, and that indeed I am white. And what does that mean in a world where really, unless you look white, you aren't white? Because that's kind of all that being white, I think, has come to be. You look a certain way and certain doors open for you. You look a certain way and you can expect certain things. And I don't look that way. But I do expect certain things, and I wonder, is that, I still have all these questions, and I still want to put this puzzle together, so I'm certainly not going to stop trying. I just want to do it in a different way. Mulatto Diaries, the vlog, it just happened, and it happened well, but that doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement. So I'm going to try to improve. I'm not going to be afraid to talk about things that might make it seem like I'm perpetuating the tragic mulatto stereotype. I think I've been wanting to be like, oh, it's so great. I get a good perspective. I can shed light. I don't know. And you know, sometimes it wasn't great. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there is a fallout. There wouldn't be worth talking about if it wasn't. And I think I've made that clear in ways I freaking cried on here. But I know that in the back of my mind that I'm always like, I just don't want to hear Tragic Mulatto. A lot of racial things have been going on, like CNN Black in America Part 2. Way better than last year's. I mean, it kind of was unfortunate that I didn't realize while I was making videos about CNN Black in America last year that was it. That it was just those two installments. I thought that it was going to be, you know, every week for a while, and then it just never came back on, and I was like, oh, that was it? Not so much. I think I enjoyed the second night of it the most. I really liked them addressing the marriage. I liked that they showed, you know, a fine, upstanding family that just happened to have, you know, the couple drifted apart. I really liked, it was like one of the first things they did in that installment was, you know, these people don't like to be late. So, okay, now we've dispelled the myth of CPT. I could imagine white, I'm just going to go ahead and say all non-Black Americans watching that. Let me just say people, they don't have to be American. And relating to those Black people. You know, I thought that this kind of exposure to the very diverse African American population was so much better than single moms and Black men who can't find jobs, which is really, when I think back to last year, that's what I remember. The thing that I did find still to be lacking was any sort of delving into the history of how things got this way, and I feel like they shied away from doing that because that was going to bring in white America, and this is about Black in America. Professor Gates. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. In my opinion, it should have gone down like this. Knock, knock, knock. Yes, I just got back from China. I'm tired. Why are you at my house? Oh, someone called and said, yada, yada, yada. Could I please see your ID? Okay, here's my ID. It says that this is my name. You can see that this is my face. This is my address. This is where we are standing. This is my home. Bye-bye. Good night. Thanks for coming.